The Interaction, Communication and Literacy Skills Audit lists 6 key areas that should be fostered throughout preschool. This coaching plan focuses on Skill Area 3, developing storytelling skills. This plan would help early childhood educators to observe and build skills to encourage and provide opportunity to foster these skills in preschool-aged children. The ICL Skills Audit lists 3 sub-areas that are to be promoted to enhance developing storytelling skills in children. They are 1. To encourage children to listen to different stories. 2. To encourage children to tell their own stories. And 3. To use questions or comments to help children understand parts of a story. Encouraging children to listen to different stories involves active listening to others' ideas, speech, and stories. It encourages children to interact with others and to respond and extend their own language and vocabulary from what was heard. Listening to different stories also improves on the comprehension of others' speech, and children can learn about contextualization as well as about the theory of mind concept, which is to know that others think and feel differently from what they do. Examples you could use to encourage children's listening to different stories include telling stories or recounts of what happened on the weekend, make up fictional stories, read storybooks together, or watch a puppet show or film. Encouraging children to tell their own stories allows them to voice their thoughts, opinions, and feelings in a creative manner. It enhances their language growth, expression, and cognitive processing skills. Storytelling teaches preschoolers how to sequence events. Children also learn to use commands and connective words such as when, so, and while. This foundational skill set would help them to develop their grammatical skills to a higher level before they can read. Telling stories also improves a child's language expression and fosters creativity. Allowing them to express and practice storytelling helps them gain confidence and allows them to practice their vocabulary and oral skills. Examples of promoting and encouraging children to tell their own stories could include encouraging children to tell their stories about personal experiences such as holidays, events, or weekends. Providing supports and materials for children to tell their own stories such as toys, puppets, photos, and dress-ups. Or write a book together and present it to the class. Using questions or comments to help children understand parts of a story challenges and prompts thoughts and ideas, and it also plays a role in recall and memory. Questioning also allows for growth in the ability to follow concepts and learn cause-effects relationships. It also teaches them to learn to predict events from context and stimulates inferential thinking and supports their story and comprehension skills. Examples of using comments and questions could include talking about a story's beginnings, including characters, place, and time. Talk about events in the story. Talk about the end of a story and its resolution. Encourage children to make inference of what will happen in the story, and to encourage children to reflect on what happened in the story. Developing storytelling skills is important to foster in young children because it allows them to explore their world. It combines imagination with an environmental setting to explore their place in the world, integrating facts, learning to recount, learn about placement and timing, and allows them to express emotions with fantasy, developing their creativity. Storytelling allows children to construct and comprehend a turn of events, to draw meaning and form an identity of themselves and of others, furthering exploration of worldly concepts, to question it, and to create scenarios to make sense of events. You may want to give particular students more one-on-one attention if they need additional support, especially with children who are less exposed to language at home. Giving them the opportunity and space to stretch and expand their storytelling skills would prepare them for formal schooling. Educators should be encouraging storytelling and creating opportunities to teach this skill in as many aspects as possible, with continual prompting and encouragement. It is important to reinforce and prompt children in storytelling to help them explore possibilities and to further their curiosity. Ultimately, developing storytelling skills builds the foundation for literacy, speech, and comprehension, and active participation boosts a child's confidence and social skills. Studies have found the relationship between storytelling and the enhancement of literacy skills predicts future educational achievement and increased success in employment, as well as develop good social integration skills. This highlights that developing storytelling skills in preschool builds a foundation for school readiness and facilitates for future reading and writing competence. Strong storytelling skills helps them to become effective communicators and creative thinkers to go out into the world.